The first system failure relates to the segregation of duties. Being CEO, Israel could override the actions of anyone. He tampered with the profit figures in the weekly newsletters, and he also posted material journals. Both of these areas should not have been dealt with by such a senior member, and they should have been subdivided roles. Perhaps the lack of supervision of the legitimacy of Israel's actions was another failure in itself. The main system's failure, however, related to governance. The lack of governance allowed Bayou to create its own audit firm, Richmond Fairfield Associates, and misleadingly audit their own accounts at Bayou. In doing this, they lied about their losses and claimed to be on that course for their 10-year targets. There should have been governance in place to prevent Bayou using a dummy audit firm. If there was, the fraud would not have been successful.
Continuing on the consequences of good governance, turning sour and lack of supervision, board structure and the omission of an advisor to the board or aiding party to the board allowed this scandal to evolve. Bayou only had a board of 3 members with no external counsel to influence or monitor the behaviour of its CEO Israel. The absence of non-executive directors or a chairman allowed Israel's actions to go unmonitored and unchallenged, allowing him to act criminally in a relatively unregulated environment. Moving on to ethical code and scope, which links into the point above, some CEOs consult the board less and less and treat board meetings merely as rubber stamping entities. The board's willingness to accept this relinquish of their power is a control failure in itself, as the CEO becomes completely omnipotent in the company. The repercussions of this are obvious. Independence is breached and a door opens for fraud. In this instance, there is effectively no segregation of duty in the line of management. This allowed Israel in this case to generate enough momentum to incriminate other Bayou members, tarnishing them unethically and allowing him to effectively hold a gun to the head of the rest of the board. This forced him to breach ethical codes and act fraudulently, enabling Israel's Ponzi scheme to evolve.